He's such an adorable little kid. So like that's an important part of the plot line. So I ended up getting into arguments with people. I'm like, okay, so like you literally didn't watch it, okay? One of the prerequisites when you judge a show is
watch it.
You actually have to have watched it, okay? I watched all 4 episodes, and I can tell you as somebody, and I feel like I've earned enough credibility on this, because if it was a bunch of woke bullshit and propaganda, I would say so. Because even Geralabos said that.
Well, it has nothing to do with any of that.
I'm like, that's not at all. So they mention incel. That's real thing. They mention, here's what happened, okay? The UK Parliament, they sort of reference the film and they reference like one small aspect of it and they focus on that. And here's the other kicker too. And I understand this and I appreciate this. I think a lot of people in the UK have been dealing with, for example, they did these ads. It was like sort of the government run ads about sexual harassment, okay? And they did these little ads where it would be like a man on a subway harassing women and like, don't do that. You know what I mean? It was like an anti-harassment thing. Yeah. Well, in every one of them, okay, they did like 8 or 9 of them. It was always a white man harassing women of color, harassing a black woman. So what they see that, they're like, well, they're whitewashing the reality because in reality, that's not what people are experiencing. It's not like, I'm sure there are whites, there's black, but it's not predominant like that, right? But it's almost like they wouldn't dare have a black guy harassing a white woman because it's too, it's too against the narrative that they want. So that's where those people are coming from mentally, right? But I'm like, that's not what this show is, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't think that.
Frankly, the other show that you just made me watch today, you could sort of intertwine that story into this because it's not a direct. It's so when people say based on a true story doesn't mean one story. It's creative license.
Yeah, this one's a little different. They're adults, but
it doesn't matter though. The point is, it's about mental health struggle. It's about a young kid.
It's about social media.
It's so.
The whole point is really social media and what it's doing to kids.
Yeah. What do we watch? We watched the show. What is it called?
Social Media Murders.
Social Media Murders.
This one, there's one for adults, one for teens or kids. And this one, I made you watch a teen one because we were talking about this stuff. And this one, I don't care if it's a spoiler, it's an hour show. There's a bunch of them on there. But this one is about a girl.
She was 11.
Who was on Facebook at 11 and started talking to she was from Canada and she started talking to a boy in the UK.
Boy named Jack.
And he was 4 years older than her and she was 11. Which is already kind of, right? You don't want your 11-year-old talking to a 15-year-old boy. And so they're talking on Facebook and they become friends for like 8 years. They've been talking and going back and forth and they think they're in love. And her parents won't let her go there because she's too young. They're like, absolutely not. And then she turns 19 and she's like, I'm going. She's 19. She can go if she wants to.
They were supportive.
They were very supportive and said, okay, just, check in or whatever, have fun. And they even talked to him. Take care of her.